I'm Gordon Robinson. I do agriculture and farm business management as a course. I'm from a family farm in Worcestershire, and I'm here to learn a bit more about agriculture before I go home, hopefully. My dissertation is looking into the profitability of upland sheep farms. I've got two really good case studies, one in the north of England and one in Wales. Profitability is a big problem in the sheep industry at the minute, and we're really reliant on subsidies. So I'm looking at what would happen if those subsidies were removed, and whether the performance of sheep farms at the minute is good enough to be able to live without those. I'm looking at the cost of production data of two farms in particular, and also how the receipts of those lambs have changed throughout the season. So in a normal year, most farms would start marketing about July, but would go through until December or January. And the lamb price in that time changes quite drastically. So I'm looking at the best policy for marketing lamb, basically, and whether concentrating on any one of those areas can contribute to profitability long term. So I'm just collating the data at the minute to look at profitability. Compared to the industry, I've found out that farms are losing about £16,000 before the subsidy that they receive. So I'm expecting my two farms to be quite similar to that, even though they're potentially more efficient in terms of performance than those farms. And hopefully by looking at where the subsidies are going to go in the future, I'll be able to see how those farms in particular can improve in the coming years. So farmers at the minute aren't really benchmarking their performance. Some do, but it's really hard to compare yourself to other farmers in different parts of the country. So what I'm hoping to do is provide a bit more of an in-depth look at where farmers are profitable at the moment and where they're not profitable, and hopefully that will be more of a practical insight into where farmers in particular in the upland areas can improve. I would really like to be a sheep farm manager. My parents at home run sheep as well as grow arable crops, but they're not quite finished farming yet, so they're going to carry on for about 10 years, and hopefully I'll go back then and look after the place. In the meantime, I'd really like to work for another farm manager who shares my likes and interests, and improve myself as a potential manager of the future.